Hello, everyone. Thought we popped in the beach for sunset. There's a bride behind me. Bride and groom as usual. All seems to be down here a little time. But what a day about Rangers fan, innit? Danny, 8 rings in a row. And can he stop rubbing my eye? 8 wins in a row for Danny. Aye. 8 wins in a row for Danny. Can he beat it, man? The lift it gives you and all that. Is that the right way? Isn't it? Is that the right way or is this the right way? Hang on. I can't even remember. I don't know, man. But whatever it is, it is. Hey, dog. Dog likes me, man. I've done something here. Give me a second. I think that's better, isn't it? So I hope you're give me a second to sort this. Hope your Mondays at work are going well. Gives you such a good feel good factor. And just hopefully all the doubters are finished now. I think there will be anyway, won't there? There'll not can't be many doubters left there. A few dogs clicking about, man. A lot like that. Aye. So sunset here, what time is it? It is 17:29. Come here. Yeah, see if he comes and sees me. Come on, boy. Hey up, come on. Hey. Say hello to everyone, eh? Smell the cats. Oh, it's right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, that's all right, boy. On you go. I've done something to the. I've done something and I don't know what to do, how to fix it. There we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out comments. Oh, yeah. It's just yeah, it's doing this from the phone. It's not the best, but 8 wins in a row. Porto game's going to be a bit of a test during the week. That might break us a bit. I know people talk about momentum and all that, but I don't think if we lose against Porto, not that I think we will definitely lose. It's not going to make a difference to Saturday or Sunday whenever we play him. So it'll be Sunday, won't it? Because we're playing Europe. It'll not make one bit of difference. Right, let's see if I can do this properly this time. Oh, let's see, there's a few camera options here. Up anyway. See, there's a couple. What's the blade being a bit out of me? But, aye, Rangers. Rangers going to Rangers doing things. And it's the confidence he's brought into the team as well, because that's still players. That's although we're getting the two new guys come on, it's still the same players that were signed in the summer. And it's the confidence he's built in. Like I was watching a thing with Piers Morgan today. Piers Morgan today. I know Piers Morgan's divisive. I don't particularly like him, but come on YouTube and I just let it run in the telly. He was interviewing Harry Redknapp, and he asked Harry Redknapp, when you go to a team that's in a bit of the soup, struggling a bit, what's the first thing you do? He said, get confidence into them right away. And that's what Danny's done. Because if you're at Rangers, a team, well, there is one or two players shouldn't be near Rangers over the years, but they have been. Cheers, Stephen. Can I do this? Oh, shit. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. I've done something there. Sorry. That is nice. Harry Redknapp says install confidence in them, because if they instill confidence, because if you're playing at professional football, even if you're not at a certain level that we expect, you can still play the game. You can still play the game because you've got to remember these guys. They've been playing football and been told they're the best in the world since they were 8 years old or younger, and rightly so. I seen Hands Across the Water chaps put a thing up. I'm sure you've all seen it. Anyway, there's a young boy just signed for us. I mean, like 14 years old, and he's just living our dream. And I'll be honest, I still think I can play for Rangers. Yeah, I'm 55. I need landing permission from the local airports when I get out of bed in the morning. When I fart, the earthquake people for me, I think there's going to be a tsunami out there. So, and I doubt I'll be going to call up for Rangers anytime soon, is what I'm saying. Actually, can I use the stand? Hang on a second. I'll go walk about in a bit. It's a bit windy, so and this stand is mince. Yeah. in the water too many times. Yeah, just there we go. There we go. Oh, can I do it the other way? I just there we go. Still was night at sunset here. That's going to fall at one point. I know it is. Talk to myself at times. Like, it's like the wife wanting around the house, talk to the cat. So you talk to? Talk to the cat. Fair enough. Right, stop with that pleb. There we go. Right. I'll go live later on, maybe when I get home, but I'm pretty good. I'll still to edit another my first podcast that I did non-Rangers with Big Marcus down in along the coast with these what's it called? His charity. It was brilliant. What a day, man. Oh, 500 orphans. From orphanages. We don't even have orphanages in the UK now. It's some really because Marcus is a character himself, and some of the chaps that turned up that kind of not they were great, but they had great stories themselves. London guys, Cockneys, and I think a few of them like Joy Pyle Jr. He's been on a lot of podcasts. He's an interesting chap. I dropped him and his son and a couple of mates off in town and then party after. Yeah, I think I'll go out for a pint with them soon as well. But Rangers, it's just you look back and that's 13. What was it? 13, was it Danny said 13 points behind that lot when he took over. Now we're 2 points ahead, and you see the entitlement ripping out of them, and that's I don't particularly want to dwell on them too much, but the entitlement is better. But I don't see the red card thing. I don't know if it was a red card. I don't even watched it. I don't care. But when they're saying, "Oh, they're trying everything to make Celtic not win the league," you've had a free run for 15 years. You've had a 15 run, and that's the entitlement for the young team that don't really know any better. To be fair, I have seen people say that it's that lot. I've been look, I've been pretty decent about it. That like not entitled. But it's a nice feeling to watch them fold. It's all in our hands. It's all in our hands. But what I loved yesterday when I was watching the game, because I'm sure like a lot of you, my phone's out of reach. It's not out of reach, but I put it face down when Rangers are playing just in case I get a message or that. And before I see the goal, and it was watching the game when you just hit the Jambo's second goal, and all you heard was a big cheer, man, and you knew, and you saw what it did to the players, didn't you? Though it was absolutely brilliant, man. You saw they knew, and I'm a fan of the games being played at the same time, man. It adds to the excitement, and there's a many things to take from that game yesterday, but the result was extremely favourable to us from both Hearts and Celtic. We gained 2 points on them, or extended 2 points and gained 2 points, and the players didn't bottle it. How many times have we bottled it over the years? You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, there we go. Hang on, I'll turn it round again. I've just put this on my knee because it's a bit wobbly. How many times have we bottled it over the years when Celtic have dropped points? All right, David. I'm on my phone, so I can't put highlights or comments on the page, or I probably could, but I might mess it up. As I saying, the players showed that Celtic at Parkhead in that second half of the shot wasn't too heavy, but yesterday they didn't bottle it when they knew we had to win, and we won 3-0, and a goal to 0 is again that's just amazing, man. That was a shambles, yeah, I know. And from what I see, from what I understand, yeah, there's a wee doggy here. Okay, that's me dude. Oh, that's right. I have to go out. My wife put my favourite cat. The wife's got a green collar on it. She does that just to annoy, not annoy me. I don't get annoyed, but just a bit of fun. So I'll go to the 7-Eleven and get a blue one for Som. She's called. She's cool. Cool wee dog. He's old as well. Chris, you're definitely right there. Listen, if I was a Celtic fan, right, I'd be like that. Why did they could, I don't like saying this, they could have buried us. Absolutely buried us. They could be miles ahead. But I think their owner, what's his name, the war criminal guy, the guy that does money laundering for terrorists and stuff like that. What's his name? Desmond. He just did enough to keep them ahead. He didn't absolutely bury us, you know. I mean, they can argue they've won a lot of leagues, but they didn't. It could have been way, way worse than that. And you've got to remember they had to shut the stadium at times, a lot of the stands in the stadium because they couldn't sell tickets, didn't they? Season tickets. I don't know if it was half the stadium or what, but it was quite laughable. Anyway, on to Rangers. Thursday night. It's Thursday, innit? Not Champions League, the other one. Yeah, I know people going at the coefficient. I'm still in the mind of the same. I'm not going to change my mind from last week, but well, there is a. It's not a cliche. Saying in Danny we trust is not a cliche; it's a fact. But if he decides to play a strong team, that's fine. But aye, but I'd still rather less rather rest up players. But it worked last week, so yeah. All right, Andrew. Good afternoon. It was brilliant, wasn't it? And from what I understand, Bears that were at Ibrox, they dulled. You know what they do? They turn the volume down at Sky or the outside, the broadcast team, they turn it down. But people said it was bouncing, and a lot of people stayed. The Subway loyal, and I understand the Subway loyal, but there's a thing. If we would have been playing Celtic on Sunday night, I'd have been full right to the end. But I'm getting no. Right. Best wishes for no. Thank you, GJ. I know that's brilliant. You see the video? Hunting on the pitch. I know I love that, Andrew. All right, Mr. Loyalist. Aye, Danny gets it. I mean, he's fully into this now. And he knows, like, I don't want to sound downbeat of that, but he knows this is a huge part of his CV. Oh yeah, but it was at that charity do yesterday. This family, the mum, the dad, and the two boys who all live here. The mum and dad are over for 3 months. The two boys live around here. Nice chaps. I think they're big businessmen as well. Sheffield United, Sheff Wednesday fans. So I had a right good chat with them, Danny, and they just love him. They say the Sheff Wednesday fans just love him. And they love Gassama too. And I said to him, look, the Rangers fans, sometimes he can be a bit hot and cold and he can be a bit greedy. He said he was like that was too, but he will come good. And I think we all know that. I don't think there's any secret to that. I'm trying this again. I might put the sun in the back, my baldy head. But I'll try it. I'll spin it again. The spine what it was, wasn't it? I am trying to keep up with your comments. And Martin O'Neill gracefully accepted defeat, or not defeat, but a loss. That was good to see. But the geriatric, I shouldn't say that. I don't mind O'Neill, but you're seeing a lot of them getting bitter. Is that like I used to quite like her, the lassie in Talksport, the one Siobhan or something like that. But then when we beat them, you just saw the hatred and the bitterness, ripping out of her. You know, you can see her seething, brilliant. And then she did that stuff the other week with Beckham, but it doesn't matter. Well, please don't sit here. 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 I need to move as a guy coming up. And it's not my beach, you know what I mean? Hang on, I'll let you see what I'm seeing. Yeah. I could go out onto the rocks, but the thing about the rocks, I've only got stupid Crocs on. And not Crocs, what they call Birkenstocks. That he looks brilliant, man. Can I zoom? Was that really creepy? Another bride there. I've got the cinema. Aye, but Big Fernandez, he's got Marvin Andrew vibes to me. He'll leave Rangers a cult figure. And the overhead kick, imagine having the balls to do that. That just shows the confidence in the boy. And he can play a bit of football, but I only found out the other week was he actually started out the game as a striker. So he knows how to play. And you see him with his feet at times, he's quite feet, he's quite skillful and he's confident. There was a few moments yesterday, like, you know, that one. All good in the hood, man. And right, I know Tav gets a bit of grief, like, but that's 100 league goals. That's amazing. And I know he's not vocal on the pitch as a captain. A lot of people criticise him, and something I don't like throwing it there as an excuse. But remember, Stevie, what's his name? Stephen Davis wasn't a vocal captain either with Rangers. And let's say I don't particularly like saying that, but it's just we've got to remember that. Stephen Davis wasn't the most vocal of captains. But what Tav will be doing, and Jack Butland, as well as the coaches and other senior players, seeing that dressing room, see when the players were in after the game, Tav will have been geeing those players up like mad, absolutely geeing the players up like mad. There's a lot of people doing here, so that's the one. Thing is, I probably don't think I speak loud, but I probably do. Well, I know I do because I've been told to shut up all my life because of my noise. But my excuse, I only just found out my ear canals are 25% thinner than they should be, so that's my excuse all these years. Turn that again. There we go. See, morning. Right, I know how over larky. All right, Stevie. I'll miss a lot of your comments because I hardly see any compared to the laptop. Somebody actually gave me an idea there. What was it? Morning. Games to spare. I think we're all talking about helicopter Sunday scenario. I think we could win it with a game to spare. I just hope the way the draw goes for this second half of the season crap, that split crap, that the last game of the season is at Ibrox. Is it a computer that does it, or is it Rangers that decide? Rangers, is it the SFA decide it? How does that split work? Does anyone know how it's calculated? Is it a computer or that? Is it a computer or that? You know when you start rubbing your eye and you can't stop rubbing it. But I'll turn the camera on again. Coconut trees, palm trees. That's a palm tree in it. Coconut trees. The dogs. See, this is it. The chap. I've got a bit of camera. There's a chap there. Ex-pat. I'm sure. I think I'm assuming he's an ex-pat. He's feeding the dogs. So the dogs do get fed here. You don't see many. They call soy dogs. Street dogs. The stray dogs. With ribs showing around here, which is good. I've seen a wifey. So I mean, the last game of the season, I think everyone plays at the same time, didn't it, on the Sunday? But just we need to have it at Ibrox. If the SFA decided to put us away from home, you just know, I don't want to go down that tin hat foil stuff. But I think it'll be one the week before. But I just want it the last game of the season to be at Ibrox. Number one, if it goes down to the wire, is it a computer, Steve? And there we go. If it's a computer, well, there we go. If it's a computer, that's fine. But that's a nice view, that, isn't it? I do like coming in here. It's called I've discovered it's called the S Bend because I've got, what is it? I would say about, I think it's 14 kilometres of beach I've got. So this is about halfway actually. But it's nice. I'll go, there's quite a lot of people on swimming styles. But I say I'm always a bit conscious about filming live when people are about, and I'll switch it to my beautiful face. Hibs next. That's not going to be easy. Oh, no, they're crapping, weren't they? And Rangers, the thing about Rangers are now, they're playing, and we can confidently say now, for the first time in years, before every game, that you think we'll win. And that's down to Danny. And let's not forget the coaches just come into my head. You know what was good? All right, nah, there's no monkeys in here, Craig. Gusti, try and come on on Thursday night for the European game. That'd be good. You know, the pre-match stuff. No, the monkeys they're 60 mile away, Craig. And I think I've thought about going down and recording a video, but they had a massive colour, the monkeys, so they might be away. I'm not going all the way down there, and I know they are. But what was good yesterday is that we had the penalty, but the two other goals were for open play because that's been a slight. I wouldn't call it a worry, but you want goals from open play, and we got two yesterday. I don't know. People say, "Oh, it was an injury time." What do they not count then? Sit here. Excuse me. I'm sitting the stairs up for. Oh, you're going into the sand, man. I'm not coming back for the title part. I don't know. I'll see what happens, man. If I'm here, I'll just go up to Bangkok for it. The Bangkok Bears, probably. Try to look for some little. Yeah. Sorry for swearing. Right, what can I say? Yeah. The thing is, she's standing on a pile of leaves. You don't know what's living under those leaves. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? Let's extend my wand. That'll be funny and feeling. Oh, there we go. Don't fall. Not that the camera can listen to me. There we go. That's better, isn't it? The thing is, see, 6 months ago, if I'd seen somebody doing this, and there is a few people around, I thought you're an absolute hand pump. But anyway, who cares? Oh, and I can actually read it. Motherwell are definitely going to have a say in the league. And listen, we've got 15 league games yet. You've got to think there's the law of averages says we're not winning all of those games, but like I just keep saying, when you go into these games, we're always going to think, aye, we can win. It's as simple as that. Because yeah, that yesterday, it's years since I felt confident in a game. I didn't think for any other reason we were going to do anything but win yesterday. And Danny's half-time talks must be brilliant. And the players are just playing with confidence because the main thing is there's a few factors. The shot's not heavy, and they're trying their what's it off. They're trying their nuts off for us all game, and that's important. You know yourself, they didn't play well yesterday, but they ground out the result. And as I keep saying, it's that was the benchmark. If you want to show an alien what does winning ugly look like, it was that yesterday. I remember I'm fully on this camera, man. I'm down 7 kilos as well, but it doesn't look like it. Seeing that in the shirt, you can feel it in the shirt. Hibs. St Mirren as well. I mean, everyone, apart from Kilmarnock and Livingston, I think everyone else you've got to pay a bit of attention to. Something I'm going to do. I put a bet on for winning all the last games. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not much of a gambler, so I don't know. I would imagine if you might not be able to do it online. As a gambler, I might be able to help. You might be able to do it if you walked in, because from what there was one time I put on a bet like that, and I walked into a bookies, and they phoned somebody and they said, "Yeah, it'll be X amount to win." I can't remember what it was, but and you put me off now. What I'm going to start to do before the pre-match games now is see if anyone a spotlight on a player in the opposition, as in potential to sign him. Maybe not so much Porto, but definitely see when a pair of leaves moves. You're like, it's just a win. You're like, am I going to get eaten alive? That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? You watch me getting eaten by a massive troglodyte snake with a Celtic strip on. Don't worry, I don't know where that came from either. But Craig, if you're still there, Bob, try come on for I've called that podcast the 90 minutes before. I'm trying to be all hipster and stuff like that. Because it would be good to just come on and listen to you talk about football, because all the other stuff you've done, which is fantastic for us, that'd be good. But I name monkeys. The sun's almost doing, innit? Couple of dogs sitting on the beach. Couple of brides. People in swimming. A nice wind. There's 3 to 1, 2, 3 dog. Couple over there. I'm getting looked at. Yeah, who cares, man? I'm not doing any harm, I don't think, anyway. Oh, ball bag, yeah. Aye. No, it'll be good to have you on, Craig. I've got about 10 people in the rota now. That's pretty good. All new as well. Wee Tam's gone MIA. He's not mentioned. He's not talked at all in the group chat we've got, which is Tam's brilliant. No, he's just young and daft. I mean daft in the positive way. And I must always remember him laughed. Who's the big sign? I've got no idea. Because I do think if there was any reason for us we wouldn't be signing. Danny would have shut that one down already at his interviews. He would have said, "No, there's need to come in his way." But it's a giggle, isn't it? I would go into the sand, but the thing about beaches are full of sand. I get sunburnt yesterday, and oh man, even though I'd factor 50 on, and we're under trees, but I can feel it in my dome. Being a jock and sun and ginger, get the ginger curse as well, man. I remember we were out here in 1993 out this neck of the woods in the Royal Navy, in HMS Southampton, that's what it was. We went snorkeling off an island, it was South China Sea. What island was it called? Tiamen Island. It's where they filmed South Pacific, and I'd never seen anything like that before. It was unbelievable. I went snorkeling. I had a t-shirt on and it was cloudy, but this t-shirt obviously. But back on the ship, did the shift 6-8 hours working out. I remember doing it, we're changing a head in an engine. Shift finished, our watch, we call them watches at sea. overalls off, and the guy in the mess next to me said, "You're going straight to sick bay." My back was just all big yellow blisters from the sun, so my tap's never been off in the sun since. I just, I say my watch, my laptop screen burns me. There we go, an interesting bit of story. Yeah, I bet you're always. I mean, what are the people at work like now? The the Morlocks at work like I bet they're a bit quiet. I saw there was a tweet, and this guy, he said he's trying to downplay. He said, "If we win this league this year, it's not that good. It's not that big a deal anyway because everyone's crap." For 12 years, you've had no challenge. For 15 years, you've had no challenge. Yeah, because the thing is, I'm grey now. For all I get called a baldy so and so, I've got a complete and full head of hair. I just shave it into the wood. I just shave it into the wood, Chris. It's easier because of working with the sweating and the hard hat on and a bandana. It's just easier. No, I was well. No, I was strawberry blonde, but I'm honest, I was a ginger knob. Not see when you're live, man. You need to be careful what you say. Here's a dog coming. Is this a fight? I don't know, sniffing. Don't fight. Please don't fight. Please don't fight. The tails are up. That's a good thing, isn't it? The football, I actually enjoyed the first. No, the first half was mince. Let's be honest, it wasn't a good first half. It's like, oh, but then Danny changed it, and well, the last 10 minutes, well, maybe if you want to be particular, sort of 7 8 minutes, they rallied. But it's the fact that Celtic dropped points, Hearts dropped points, and Rangers won all three. That's something in days gone by we wouldn't have done. So it proves the boys have got the onions to go the running. And imagine, I think the way Danny spoke, because he said, "Oh, Tuesday, Wednesday." I think they'll probably get the day off. The day, obviously, somebody's got a wee knock or something like that. They'll be in Murray Park for a physio. But because the sun almost disappeared, it's mm, sure. Well, so somebody's commenting on YouTube. If you follow my YouTube, that'd be handy. You can see the name under there. Frankie Jazz, that's my YouTube. Just type that in YouTube, all one word, and you'll follow me. That'd be quite handy. I'm at 1,702, I think. So it'd be good to get to 2,000 by the middle of the summer. That'd be good. Aye. The birds twittering. Nice. The wind as well. The wind just keeps it cool. Is it how many people are on 55? I get 55 people on watching. That's a sign, even though it's 56 we want. And there was a comment, a good comment, and I was Mad Ali on the the podcast last night. She said, "Would this be bigger than 55?" And no, not even. I don't want to say not even close in a facetious way. No, because 55 is that was as much about getting 55. It was as much about stopping them getting 10. Let's be honest. There's no point in me. I'm at 56 now. There was no. There's no getting away from that. It was relief. People are not answering my messages. Like I say, I only see a tiny bit of your message because of the screen, but I get it. I get what you're saying. Aye. But this guy, I can't remember his name on Twitter saying it's not that big a deal if we, as in Celtic, win the league this year. He's trying to downplay it already because everyone's crap. Well, that just shows you how unintelligent he is. How unintelligent he is. Who's that? The robot. How you doing? H. Aye. Sun's almost away. I'll go up and I wonder, right? Because there's people. I'm getting people looking at me, and I do look a bit of a fool. We're down onto the rocks, right? I wouldn't get sand in the feet though. Get a lot of people sit out there. I'll get a bit of camera. Hang on. Oh no, better. It's quite calming being down here at night. Or this evening as the sun goes down. All right, Glenn, I can see you putting that there. I don't quite see it. There's a bride and groom over it. Oh, the cameras are over there. There we go. The magic touch, the Midas touch. I can't disagree with that. No one saw this coming. No one saw this coming, let's be honest. None of us. I was all in for him once when he was signed. What a player, what a good human as well. But do you know what I noticed? Right. Oh, wait, hang on. Got to see my ugly mug. Do you know what I noticed last night? See his post-match press conference, the open one, not the Rangers news one, the Rangers TV one, the one he does with Sky, everyone in the podcasters and that. He wasn't that happy. You could tell he wasn't that happy right at the end. At the start of it, you can see he wasn't happy with what the result was, the performance, and he did it in his own way. He did it. He was not angry, but I think he was a bit. Yeah, that's the sun going. Hang on, it's just going down behind the haze. I don't like shouting at people because it's a bit rude. Yeah, I'm just pointing the camera doing something past people. Disappearing. He doesn't need the camera. It doesn't really see it. Actually, I think the back camera's better. There's a sun gone. You can't really see it. Is that the right way? Right, disappearing behind the clouds and the haze and all that. So, a nice picture. Brilliant going into work this morning. I bet you it was, man. And you see the nastiness and the seething and all that coming out of them, don't you? That's a picture, man. Camera doesn't quite pick it up. Right, hang on, I'll put you on the front. I can't quite see it, but it is quite peaceful. Then all the green lights will come on for all the fishing boats out there. There's the dogs messing about with each other. I wonder if they're brothers and sisters and stuff. The bright, that's. Wait a minute, the camera's the wrong way in. There's a bride there. Where is it with the camera? There's a bride there. They go nick her shoes. I'm joking, by the way, just for anyone looking at it, it's a joke. You think about how the season started, man. It's like we were relegation candidates in October. Because remember, I think it was a space of like 6 to 8 days. If results went a certain way, I mean, I think somebody had to get hammered something like 7-0. We would have been bottom of the league. I was like, hell, man, here we are. I think we're favourites now. Oh, I know there's some disappearing. Let's say there's a haze. It's what they call burn season, BURN, burn season here now. So not in Thailand, but they play it, well, they do it in Thailand as well. They burn the fields, don't they, the crops for the new season. And it's illegal here, but it does put a haze up. Watch me fall off. No, because the thing is, no, and there's too many people there. I've been up on them. If I had traders on, I would do it, but it's flipping these things on. It's yeah, these are comfortable flip flop type things I've ever had, to be honest. All right, the sun away, man. That'd be funny falling off the rocks, wouldn't it? Aye. Have a leg with 17 different angles on it. I think is it 51 now? You fall over now. You've got to start thinking about hips and stuff like that. The dog having a crap in the sea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dog, man. The lady's feeding the dog. The bride with a bottle of Chang. The sun's away. Beach that way. Another 7 kilometres of beach that way. Or the camera's the wrong way in. I think they're the wrong way. But, wait, wrong way. Hey, doggy. You all right? Come on. He's cool, him. Come on. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't advise anyone to clap the dogs here, but sounds nice. Nobody's been stopping this flipping bride. Does look good, like, you know, a lot of brides and grooms come down here. So I put it wrong way then. No, no, I don't know. Anyway, on to me. I think I've got that wrong way now, haven't I? Ah, there we go. So there we go, sunset down the beach. Quite enjoy it here. It's called the S Bend, I've understood from the other expats. Better than Trin. And well, see, at the end of the day, Trin Beach is nice. It is nice. It's just the difference is the weather. I'll tell you something. Oh, there's a question with that. If Trin had the weather or this one, no. The thing about these beaches, see the trees. You've got the tree line along the beach as well. That's nice, just if you want to chill out the way of the sun. Yeah, it's nice. No, Trin Beach is nice. You think about it. I mean, there's what? How long big Trin Beach from our flat to the Royal Trim was a mile. Then you've got down to the Pow Burners about 3 miles of beach. It's nice and they keep it clean. Still, but weather. The thing is, and I know I'll have absolutely no sympathy for this. The weather's about to turn here, as in start to get hot. Well, no, it's still January, isn't it? It's about mid-March. It starts to get really humid, and it starts to get humid, and the rain starts, and that. It can be one thing I'm looking forward to doing though is doing a live podcast when it's letting rip. You know, I'll go and sit in the porch when it's thunder and lightning because sometimes the thunder is unbelievable. I remember once I was about 3 in the morning, all of us were asleep, and there was a thunder. It was obviously whatever the clap was right above the house, and all of us absolutely, as Tom and Jerry, you know, the cat above the cat claws into the ceiling, and the cat would come in. My daughter came in and slept on the floor with us, and we went into the kitchen the next morning. It actually cracked. The wall had it was a crack appeared. Oh no, no, Anwar, I know you're not criticizing. I know it was tongue in cheek. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I know you're not slagging. I mean, that's the thing about being live. You kind of come back. You kind of get pull it back. But no, no, no. I know you weren't slagging it, Anwar. Not at all, mate. It's good. That kilt walk. Danny, oh, he does his class, doesn't he? And the players like him and they respond to them. But obviously, they get that bit of an ass kicking at half time, and look what they did. Look what they did. Right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to disappear. I might come on live later on with some of the podcasters. All right. As always, it's very humbling that so many get involved, especially in the page. Like the Facebook page numbers, I'm going up about 150 a day at the moment. It's just I think I'm almost at 56,000, and just before Christmas, I was 51,000. So that's mad. So thank you very much. I've got all the respect in the world for y'all. I'll speak to you later.